So Sony just finished up the PS5 specs reveal about a half an hour ago as of the recording of this video, and I just want to talk a little bit about it for this video. Now, the first thing I want to mention is I think that people were expecting a bit too much, because before the reveal even went up today, in the description it straight up says that it's just to show off the architecture for the console. Like, this is purely just nothing more than a replacement for GTC, considering that event was cancelled because of what's going on right now. So, I don't get why people were expecting it to be too much more, aside from maybe a few game mentions here and there, but I do understand why people are upset, because they definitely didn't advertise it as well as they could have, and at the same time, it really begs the question, what was the point of even doing this if it wasn't going to really be anything exciting? It really just told everyone what we all knew already. Like, the PS5 is going to be more powerful than the PlayStation 4 Pro, but slightly weaker than the Xbox Series X. That's been rumored for a while, and when rumors continue and they don't go away, there's a likely chance that they're gonna be true, so nothing here was really brand new, but there are some things that were mentioned that actually did interest me. A few things that I do want to talk about in this video. The first thing that really makes me happy about the PS5 and what we know about the specs now is the lack of load times, or hopefully, load times are now going to be significantly shorter. This is something that should have been a part of gaming starting with the 8th gen, you know, with the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, because even now in 2020, loading times can still be a real bitch to where games can take far too long to load, like 10 seconds and upwards, so the fact that this is actually being addressed with the PlayStation 5 is only a good thing. Another thing that I want to talk about is the lack of long patch installs. Thank fucking God. This has been such a bitch to deal with on the PS4 and Xbox One, where on top of already having games be 100 gigabytes in size, you also have to install the patches, which only makes the installs take even longer than they already should. It's always been such a bitch having to wait for quite a while now during this generation of games, so that now that they're finally addressing this with the next gen, like they should have a while ago, but maybe couldn't because of hardware limitations along with loading screens, the fact that it's finally being dealt with now, and these consoles are capable of doing it, it's just nice to see, because patches are just a pain in the ass to have to worry about, and the fact that they're going to be so short now, at least according to Sony, is only a good thing, and it'll only help us get to our games much quicker than we can in this current generation. Now, a third thing that I want to talk about, and this is something that definitely disappoints me, is the hard drive space, and how it's only 825 gigabytes. Now, this is a problem, because unless games are heavily compressed for these upcoming consoles, then we are going to run out of room even quicker than we did at the start of this current generation. Because for those that don't remember, the Xbox One and PlayStation 4 started out with 500 gigabytes at the beginning back in 2013. And while it seemed like a lot at first, when you take into account just how big the games were at the start of the generation already, along with having to install the operating systems, it led only at most maybe 375 gigs of hard drive space left, but even then, you may not even have that much considering the games, and again, how big they were at the beginning of this current generation. From beginning to now, we've had little to no space like we should have, and the fact that, again, we don't have that much space at all when we should at the minimum have 2 terabytes, it's definitely very worrying. So I think we better all prepare our external hard drives, because these systems, they're not gonna cut it. I mean, hey, at least consoles are finally making the jump to SSD, but still, it just isn't enough. But that's really all I wanted to talk about. I didn't want to go too in detail about this. I just wanted to cover certain parts of the live stream reveal that interested me the most, and the 3 things that I talked about in this video is pretty much just that. So that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If so, then make sure to leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe for more content coming soon, and I will see you for the next video. But until then, I'm out. Later.